Hi folks, well, an update on the bike. Unfortunately it's bad news. I was going to take it in for an MoT test yesterday. I had one booked and I took the bike out, but unfortunately I couldn't get it to start, which was kind of disappointing because I'd spent a lot of time being very meticulous about making sure everything was kind of, done right, but it didn't fire. It would turn over and over. The engine was turning over fine. It was like, you could press and hold the start button and it would spin over quite fast, and there was some kind of sound from the exhaust, like sort of put sound. So mechanically I think it's okay, but obviously something's not right. I made several attempts to start it. I tried with choke on, choke off, bit of throttle, no throttle, all different combinations of throttle and choke. Couldn't get it to fire. I put plenty of petrol in the tank, well, enough that it would start anyway. So and obviously, most of the electrics are working as I've shown before, but obviously something's not right somewhere. So I suspect, having looked on the internet and kind of researched the starting problem a bit, that it's probably either the ignition or the fuel system. I mean, basically it's either there's not enough compression in the engine, or it's the ignition is faulty, or it's the fuel system is faulty. Well, the thing is, I don't think it's going to be compression for a start, because apart from anything else, it's a 4-cylinder engine, and it's unlikely that the compression would be low on all 4 cylinders, so I'd expect to kind of get some kind of response from it. There wasn't really anything happening at all. It was just turning over and over and over and over and over and not firing. So luckily the battery I've got is an Enduro line battery. It's like one of these real heavy duty cold start kind of batteries that's good for starting a bike, like on cold days and what have you. So basically it's either not getting fuel or it's not getting a spark. So what I need to do is I need to pull it apart again. I'm going to have to take the seat and the tank off and all that, which is a bit of a pain, but there we go. And then I'm going to need to sort of test the spark, like take a spark plug out, earth the spark plug, and turn the engine over and see if we get a spark actually at the spark plug, to get an idea of whether it's the ignition that's faulty. I have a funny feeling it is the ignition that's faulty. Maybe I haven't wired it in right, or maybe the connections that I've made are not tight enough. It's not making a good contact or something, I don't know. So that's kind of unfortunate, but so I brought the bike back in earlier on today. I've not started working on it yet because I've been doing other bits and pieces, but I've still got the weekend, got Saturday and Sunday to work on it, so I'm going to troubleshoot it over the weekend, and hopefully I can find out what's wrong with it. And once I know what's wrong with it, then I can fix it or decide what I need to do to fix it. If it's a faulty CDI or coils and leads, then obviously I might need to buy more parts, replace them, which obviously is more money, which is not good, but obviously I've sunk a lot of money into it already, so I'm, if I have to spend more money, I'll just spend more money, kind of thing. But basically the thing I really need to do at this stage is to actually find out what the problem is. So that's pretty much it. Gonna have to do some troubleshooting. If there is a spark at the spark plugs, that means it's probably the fuel system that's the problem. So maybe the fuel's not getting down from the tank to the carburetors for some reason. Maybe all the bits that I bought were new, like new pipes, new filter, new fuel pump and all the rest of it, so it seems unlikely that any of that would be faulty, although I guess it's still possible. Sometimes you buy new bits and they're not quite right in some way, but so I'm going to need to pull it apart and just have a look at it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably make a start on that just now. I might just get the seat and the tank off just now, and then actually start on the troubleshooting tomorrow, I think, probably. but we'll see how it goes. I want to, by the end of this weekend, I want to know what the problem is. At least I want to at least diagnose it, even if I haven't managed to fix it, and then hopefully I should be able to fix it sometime within the next couple of weeks, and maybe get back in for an MoT just before Christmas, or maybe just after Christmas, I don't know, but we'll see. I'd like to at least get it running quite soon anyway, so I shall endeavour to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'll put up another video tomorrow at some point with an update on where I've got to with troubleshooting and what the problem is. As always, if anyone's got any ideas as to what the problem might be, if anyone's got any experience with CBR 900s, if anyone knows whether like the coils or the CDI are prone to problems, or I don't know, just whatever. The other thing I did think about is the carburetors on it for a 1998 CBR 900, because I couldn't get carbs for a 94 model or a 93 model, and the 98 ones have the TPS, the throttle position sensor, so I'm not sure whether that makes any difference, because obviously the old one didn't have a throttle position sensor, so I've not been able to wire that in. But according to the wiring diagram, there isn't a throttle position sensor on the 94 or the 93 one anyway, so it should just work, I would have thought. But I don't know, maybe that could be an issue. It's just something that I thought of. Again, if anyone knows whether you can kind of like retrofit 98 carbs on a 94, that would be helpful. And whether you can leave the TPS disconnected, because obviously there's nothing to connect it to, because I imagine on the 98 model the TPS would connect into the CDI, but obviously my CDI is for a 94, so by definition I can't wire the TPS into it because there's no circuitry there to wire it into. Obviously I'm hoping that, you know, that the carbs would work, so if they won't, then maybe I need new carbs or something, which is yet more money, you know. So this kind of project's taken a bit of a turn for the worse, but I'm still kind of optimistic. I think I can get there. I can certainly get it on the road by spring. I'm kind of hoping it would be nice to have it done kind of sooner than that. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to shut up now and get on with it. So have another look for another video tomorrow with another update. Thanks for watching.